All right.
Go.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Hey guys, this is Mr. Ray. Miss Jewett is behind the camera, and what we're going to do today is we're going to preview the first lab that we're going to do this year. This is a lab on classification. And I know a lot of you guys probably don't understand what that word actually means, but what you have to understand is, as biologists, and we are all biologists this year, okay, we study living things, okay? And if you look at the planet, there are millions upon millions upon millions of living things found here on planet Earth. And in order to study all these living things, we need to put them in groups where they have something in common, okay? It makes it much easier. It's like going to the grocery store, okay? If I go to the grocery store and I'm there to buy a loaf of bread, all right, I know exactly where to go because the food in the grocery store is classified into different departments, okay? So for instance, if I want bread, I'm not gonna go to the frozen food department, okay? I am going to go to the bread department. And that's basically what we're doing when we classify organisms, okay? And the discipline that we're talking about here is what is known as taxonomy, okay? Taxonomy, the classification of living things. So we're going to do this real simply, okay? We're going to use what we call a dichotomous key, and we have one up on the board here, okay? And a dichotomous key is very simple to use, okay? It just is a step-by-step process, okay, to where we can get our classification. All of the specimens that we're going to look at in lab this week are going to be animals. So the kingdom that they are found in is kingdom Animalia. What we are going to try to figure out is for each specimen, what is their phylum and what is their class, okay? Again, we're going to use that using our dichotomous key. So let's do a couple of examples. Okay, the first organism we're going to try to classify is a bat. Okay, and when you are in class, it'll be a little bit easier to actually see the specimen. But what we have here is a jar with 2 fruit bats in them. Okay, and so how are we going to be able to figure out what the phylum and class are for the fruit bat? All right, well, we already know that they're animals, okay? So how do we figure it out? Well, it's real easy. We use our dichotomous key. And you always begin at step 1, okay? So step 1 says backbone present or backbone absent, okay? So what you need to do is observe the specimen, in this case our fruit bats, and you need to determine whether or not bats have a backbone. Now, some of you might know or think you know if they have a backbone or not, okay? Some of you will take an educated guess, all right? But if sorry about that. All right, if you're not really sure, okay, what you're going to find with each specimen is a card, okay? And on the back of the card is a little bit of a cheat sheet, okay? So if, say, for instance, Miss Jewett, what do you think? Does a bat have a backbone?
I think it does, but I'm not sure.
She's not sure, okay? So she thinks it has a backbone, and she's not sure, so she's going to turn the card over. I don't know if, hopefully you guys can see that. And it says number 1, backbone present. So Miss Jewett was correct. The bat does have a backbone. So if we go back to our dichotomous key, okay, it says backbone present or backbone absent. Well, the bat has a backbone. So where it says backbone present, it says go to 11. All right, so now what we need to do is we need to go to 11.
Yeah, you'll just
Yeah.
have to scroll down. If you like pick it up and grab it,
Pick it up.
well, yeah, and move it down. Yep.
Okay. All right, we're back on again.
Mm-hmm.
So when I go down to number 11, okay, again, it's a dichotomous key, so there's going to be two statements at each level. It says hair present or hair absent. And again, if we look at the bat, okay, it's pretty evident that the bat is covered in hair. Okay, again, if you're not sure, we can look at on the back of our card, and it says hair present. Okay, so where it says hair present, we go across and we are done. Okay, we know that the bat is phylum Chordata, and it is class Mammalia. It is a mammal, just like we are. Okay, all right. So you can see how simple this actually is. What you are going to be required to do in lab, okay, there are going to be 12 specimens, and you are going to work on your own. Everybody will get a dichotomous key, just like the one I just used, all right? And you will get a lab, all right? And what you will be required to do is go around the room, look at each specimen, use your dichotomous key to classify each specimen as to their phylum and their class. Okay?